Greetings, tankers, and welcome to the one and only show celebrating your best misplays, most excellent fails, and the pinnacle of mediocrity, and much more. Yes, it is time to review some of your worst replays sent in to us over the past few months, and boy am I looking forward to this. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and stick around after the intro. Let's kick things off with a class we very rarely get to show on Best Replays, Artillery. So while the stats are nothing to write home about, with our hero Vitochik only dealing 206 damage before perishing, they did submit this with a title Best Shot of the Month. Well, now I don't know whom to feel more sorry for, Vitochik for dealing 200 damage as a tier 9, this unfortunate phase 1 who just realized artillery shells can indeed fit through a small window, or our volunteer who spent 5 minutes of their precious time watching this replay until the end. Next up, we've got Pumak, whose hobbies include amateur painting and patiently camping in a tier 10 TD. That is some patience indeed. But this replay is not so much about Pumak and their feeble attempt at catching up in damage dealt. Instead, it's about this second shot over here. And this is exactly how I imagined this image being created. After checking our top secret database, we came to realize that this Shafter 4 also lost the previous 5 and the following 11 games, all due to a bug in our internal RNG Distribution System. So all we can say is, sorry. This replay was submitted to us by Serkan 2013 in the Minotauro. Spawning on Westfield in a full tier 10 game, a guarantee for good action and intense battles, am I right? Now, Westfield is one of my favorite maps for sure, with a team spawning close, plenty of hull down cover, flanking opportunities, just everything one would want from a map. Don't you agree, comment section? And on that note, the game is over. It took just 2 minutes for the entire enemy team to be wiped off the map, with Serkan only getting to deal a meager 571 damage. And based on our internal testing, even bots we use in low-tier battles would do better than this enemy team. In any case, if Serkan hoped to achieve something by submitting this in our speedrun category, I'm afraid to say you are about 57 seconds too slow, sir. Still, GG. Now we come to a familiar name. I Hate Arty has managed to convince the entire green team that the optimal way of playing Prokhorovka is to rush the hill. A feat which would deserve a mention on its own, but when combined with one of the greatest YOLO plays I've seen in a while, I can't help but to admire the sheer determination and the amount of throwing caution to the wind. Unfortunately, boldness bordering on recklessness is not what wins you games in World of Tanks. And despite one last valiant ram, I Hate Arty has ultimately thrown this game away in style. However, while on the topic of ramming, how about we throw in this replay from Perrank 24CZ so it doesn't go to waste. KB5 action makes me feel warm and fuzzy. I want to play my own KB5 now. Let's move onwards to Very Big T-Benz 99 in the explosive BZ77 in an onslaught game mode. A tank not lacking any acceleration. However, based on this maneuver right here, there does seem to be a certain amount of skill issue located somewhere between the chair and the monitor. What's even worse, the Good Samaritan by the name of AMX M454 has skipped class during the Unflipping for Dummies lesson. Not doing much at all and also being absent from the main fight at the same time, resulting in a crushing defeat for the green team. And this replay right here prompted us to introduce the brand new unflipping system. So rejoice, Very Big T-Benz 99. Your inability to drive over small piles of rocks brought improvement to the game. A feature which Nefrit will be glad to demonstrate. Thus, from now on, a tank flip for 15 seconds will be reset automatically. Unless one is pushed or moved, in which case the timer resets. Well, someone clearly didn't read the patch notes, meaning that rescue attempt put the green team 4 tanks down during the crucial phase of the battle. And thus the purple team easily wins by cap, for better or for worse. For our second to last replay, we are back to the pinnacle of random gaming, the Onslaught game mode, with a replay submitted by Diablo Iron Warrior, who's gonna have a mediocre game at best. Which is perfect, since this replay was never about them anyway. Instead, we've got a nail-biter of a battle and an isolated super conqueror about to go down. Until this unnamed CS63 decides on an unorthodox strategy called becoming cover for the enemy. A brilliant move, never seen thus far in the history of World of Tanks. Turning the game from undecided to a phew, that was easy, in the favor of the green team. Thus, the lesson from this one would be, trying to be a superhero in the time of need usually ends up by receiving angry messages from your teammates after the battle. And our final replay comes from Max Tankstappen in the T62A. It is lights out and away we go. A great start for Tankstappen from the last position on the grid, overtaking several rows of cars already. Ooh, and that's sending in 3 wide just before the first corner, my word! Now into Paddock Hill Bend, this is where things can get ugly, but Tankstappen has the car wonderfully under control. What a display of dominance! Into Druids, the slowest corner on the track and the best overtaking spot. Can anything be done here? Oh, and a wonderful clean overtake on the yellow car in front. The crowd is loving it. We are loving it. The stewards are loving it. Brilliant clean racing from all the drivers involved. Applying power on the exit, these Pirelli super soft tracks are proving their worth in gold. What a wonderful pass on the outside of Graham Hill Bend. Left into Surtees with just 2 cars up front. It's all going to come down to the acceleration of the T62A out of the final corner. Whoa, sending it around the outside of the yellow car. What a move. And he sends it around the outside yet again. Never before has this kind of racing been seen on the World of Tanks Grand Prix. There it is, just the run to the line, and Max Tankstappen wins the inaugural World of Tanks Grand Prix. And on that familiar voice line, it's time to end another episode of what's been your worst replays. Let me kindly remind you not to send us those, as they will not be featured on our main show at any point. Also, you'll be pleased to know that every single replay in today's show shall receive a best replay style for their efforts. And one final thing before I sign off, we've received a ton of your screenshots in our contest on Discord, way more than we even expected. Don't worry, we haven't forgotten about those, and the video with our favorites will be coming out soon. But until then, I'm Adam Snowgrove, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio!